Mr. Scott MacLaughlin.
Thank you very much, guys. James was saying he's from Vermont. I'm from New Hampshire. Bigger applause? Not? Okay, Vermont, obviously. Okay. I was hoping it was going to be me. Clearly, you guys hate freedom. Okay, that's fine. No big deal. Live free or die, guys. No big deal. Okay. Fair enough. I grew up in New Hampshire as kind of a mama's boy. As I've gotten older, I'm trying to learn how to be more of a man. So I asked my dad for advice, and I had to go to a brand new school one day, and I was terrified. I was like, "Hey, Dad, what happens if the kids don't like me?" He goes, "Well, son, those kids don't like you. All you gotta do is find the biggest, nastiest kid you can find. You go out to recess, you grab him by the collar, and you punch him right in the face." And I was like, "Dad, I'm the teacher. Can't just go around punching kids anymore. It doesn't work like that." And he was like, "Well, back in my day." And I was like, "Dad, back in your day, it's gonna come off very racist, so please stop." Man, I grew up with a brother. He's a pretty cool guy. He has a son now. That makes him my nephew, I think. I'm not sure how that works. Took him to the park the other day. Do not like park moms. Do not like them. Do not like them. Very judgmental. Very judgmental. I was drinking a beer, but that could have been the problem. I was at a dog park. You know, it gets weird. It gets weird. He was on a leash, but so, man. I love my family. My grandmother passed away a few years ago, and she was very conservative, don't do drugs, God's gonna attack you. She used to take us down to the basement when it was thunder and lightning, and she used to be like, "Okay, shh, be quiet." The lightning would strike, and she's like, "That's God trying to get you." And I was like, "Grandma, you're crazy." And then I remember she was on her deathbed. It's kind of a sad moment. You see her slowly withering away, and she was in so much pain. And we gave her morphine. That I didn't give her. I was just like, "Hey, here's some morphine, Grandma, to enjoy it." The doctor gave her morphine, and as it had gone through her body, you could just see her last moments, and amazingly, thunder and lightning, a beautiful moment. And my grandmother's on morphine, and she goes, "Oh my God, the lightning! It's so beautiful. I should have tried morphine sooner." You should have, Grandma. It's pretty sweet, isn't it? I grew up in New Hampshire. It's kind of it's a very, very white, very, very white state. It's so white. A white guy won the New Hampshire Marathon. It's just too white of a place. So I moved down to Boston because I want to be near diversity, but not too much diversity, because it scares me a little bit because I'm from New Hampshire. So I don't know. I think my favorite thing to do in Boston is to go out to Faneuil Hall, Quincy Market on a Friday, Saturday night, and you get to see. You'd see amazing thing. I saw two girls the other night come out of a bar. They were like, "We're going dancing! We're going dancing!" And then watch them try to traverse 250-year-old cobblestones in 6-inch heels. It was like watching baby deer being born. Just taking those first steps into life. It was wonderful. It was wonderful. Oh, man. I used to be a teacher. I quit or got fired. You don't know. I definitely got fired. Definitely got fired. My students found me on Facebook. A weird, uncomfortable moment. He's like, "Hey, Mr. MacLaughlin, do you want to be my friend?" And I was like, "Oh, man. Do I want to be your friend?" I didn't want to be your teacher, so... man. I realize I'm not a smart guy. I'm not a smart guy at all. Um, I read the other day. I read an article about autism the other day, and it's kind of a scary disease. Like, people don't know what causes it, how you get it. The only thing that scientists can agree on is that avoiding eye contact is the first sign of autism. And guys, I don't want to scare you, but I was at a bar last night, and every girl I tried talking to had autism. So, how can I guys? Thank you very much.